What's up everyone, back on Fallout 4, and today I'm going to be working on a weapon that has been a fan favorite ever since Fallout 3. If you guys are wondering what legendary build that I am doing today, I'm going to be trying to build off of a legendary Chinese officer sword and making it the best Chinese officer sword in Fallout 4. Now, I know a lot of you are aware of General Chaos's Revenge. This is a very solid sword, but no offense, but this legendary off of this weapon sucks balls, period. You are not going to be encountering as many robots compared to human enemies. So, I decided to make an even better sword than the General Chaos's Revenge, and I built the Red Ghost. Now, the Red Ghost literally has the legendary instigating effect, and I know you guys are wondering, why do I have a legendary instigating effect instead of a wounding or a furious? I will explain that in a second. But the upgrade I have on this is an electrified serrated blade. And now on to some perks and explanation of the instigating legendary effect. I would like you guys to max out strength, big leads, blacksmith, so you can get the upgrades. And then you get a science level of 1 at least. And then you max out your sneak. And as soon as you max out your sneak, you pair it up with the ninja perk so you can do 10 times the normal amount of melee sneak attack damage. And then you pair it up with Bloody Mess to get extra damage for base damage. And then you pair it up with Lone Wanderer so you get even more base damage. And now a very short summary of the Chinese officer sword. The Chinese officer sword was actually notorious because of the fact that the Chinese officer sword was mostly given to units in a special unit in the Chinese army called the Chinese Dragoon units, which the Dragoon units were the people that donned the Chinese stealth armor, which was the best technology the Chinese had against the United States' power armor. And they did this because
professionals have stained it.
And now let's try to use this build on some OP enemies in the whole entire game. We're going to be trying to use it against the Legendary Gunner first. And so far, this weapon has had no issues with the Legendary Raider and the Legendary Gunner. But let's try to use this weapon against something like a legendary mirelurk queen, which this is the ugliest enemy in the whole entire game, and everybody would totally love this thing to literally get chopped into itty-bitty little pieces so it doesn't exist anymore. Let's see if this works.
That's a lot of damage.
No issues with the legendary mirelurk queen. Now let's try to kill an enemy that is the biggest bullet spongy asshole in the whole entire game, which is a legendary super mutant warlord. And now on to an enemy I don't really add to any of my videos or tests for some reason, but I can easily explain that for the fact that this enemy called the Legendary Vampiric Bloodbug is so damn annoying that I literally want to tear the hair out of my nuts every time I literally deal with this thing. But let's see how this weapon does. And now on to an enemy like the legendary Death Skull Red Scorpion, which is one of the strongest enemies in the game in both energy and damage resistances, and it also has a very high perception, making it really hard to sneak. But you'll see in a second that is no match for the stealth build. And now against an enemy that is very formidable in Fallout 4. It is the legendary Mythic Deathclaw, one of the strongest or possibly the strongest enemy in the game. And it gets easily killed because it doesn't have one eye open. And now for the last and best enemy in the game, the legendary Dusky Yaoguai.
What? What the fuck?
Okay. But anyways, that was pretty much it for the video, everyone. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.